It's party time! P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta!
One of my all-time favorite theories on the internet is the Biden clone theory, because there's just so much material out there. We got more on the Biden clone than we got on Bigfoot. I'm just like, speaking of Bigfoot, it's probably the same guy playing Bigfoot that played Joe Biden here. And it's like, what happened to Joe Biden? You ever see anything like it? Look, I mean, look at the size of him. You can see that he's like 7 feet tall. Suddenly, Joe Biden like just grew 3 feet. Anyway, it's a wild and exciting time where, you know, maybe they're rolling out the old clone technology. Maybe it's the mask technology. Many people were saying this. One of my all-time favorite brain rots was watching this dude's channel that talked about how they're using masks in order to hide that Joe Biden is no longer with us, and the person that's playing him is Jim Carrey. And he puts side by side all of the Jim Carrey, some of the more powerful and famous Jim Carrey moments in cinema, and lines it up with videos of Joe Biden, saying it's effectively Jim Carrey playing Joe Biden in the role of a lifetime. A lot of fun. We enjoyed watching it again, like just the curiosity of it is.
A lot of videos on it, so go catch up real quick. But if you're not new here, I'm going to show you how this mask-loving Jim Carrey is just doing his farewell walk. Now, in my opinion, and that's all it ever is my opinion, but I like to give my opinion with evidence. Jim is retiring from this role, and he's moving on to bigger things, which I'll get to in a minute. But I've done this many times before, because they create things in the past to duplicate things in the future. And did you notice that exact same forward head posture? But I digress. And here is just more evidence that they're the same people. And I've done this many, many, many times.
Okay, so anyway, it's why I call them. It's why I call them the theories. All right. Like conspiracy theory, you know, at what point do you just like say, yeah, this stuff's interesting. Why not dive on in? Because now the entire world is talking about Jim Carrey in a mask, or maybe a mask of Jim Carrey. And if this is a way for them to announce The Mask 2, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, then great. But there were so many people online saying, this ain't Jim Carrey. This is Jim Carrey going viral for being unrecognizable at a French cinema award ceremony. People saying that this isn't Jim Carrey, the way that he talks, his mannerisms, and also the way that he looks.
Getting emotional.
Have a listen.
Oh, like crazy, but you know, it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried, and what I said was true, and I really wanted to recognize my family. I wanted to recognize my dad. I mean, my dad was the type of person that if you met him for 5 minutes, you felt like you knew him for 50 years.
So it's the eye color, it's the cheekbone structure, and it's the discoloration of the face that has a lot of people saying, well, wait a second, it's not the same Jim Carrey. Look, he has totally different eyes, the eye structure, all of it. It's just it's a different person. This is one of the more famous faces in the world. Obviously, he's been in some of the most famous movies ever created. And that this is clearly somebody wearing a mask and doing his best Jim Carrey impression. And people are zooming in again. They're pointing to the blotchy makeup, the plastic and prosthetic look, and saying Jim Carrey has been replaced, right? Jim Carrey has been replaced 2016.
Really brilliant evening. Oh my gosh. Benjamin Levin was off the hook.
Okay, so I'll bite. I gotta tell you, it does look like a Madame Tussauds version of Jim Carrey. I'll straight up tell you. And it looks like Madame Tussauds version. It looks like a kind of a bad wax mask. It's getting harder and harder to believe people aren't being replaced, right? Jim Carrey at the French Film Awards. This is Truman Show stuff, is what everyone's saying. That this is a clearly fake Jim Carrey. Who is this? Because it's definitely not Jim Carrey. The eyes aren't even the same color. They don't even care anymore. That's how you know it's a wrap. Okay. Well, then what sparked like the whole thing ablaze is the Alex Stone. This is an account that has 1.4 million followers. A dude who does masks for a living posted that it was him in a Jim Carrey mask this weekend. Got 400,000 likes on this post. Alex Stone is somebody who like does masks for a living and does prosthetics. Here he is. This is Alex Stone. And he does, like, look at me, I've become someone else, right? Okay. Here you go. What are you? Oh, okay, you're becoming Jack Nicholson. Doing like a Jack Nicholson impersonation with fake teeth and all. And, I think maybe from a distance, pretty convincing. Doing, so this was a fake Jim Carrey, says this makeup artist, Alex Stone. Again, the entire internet is saying it's not Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey 2006 versus Jim Carrey 2026. What do you notice? Well, it looks like a wax mask, a rubber mask. That's what it looks like. There's 1,000% chance Joe Biden was wearing a mask. This just about confirms it. This is the Jim Carrey mask reveal. Okay, yikes. It's called the Cesar Awards. All right. So let's go ahead and check in on what is the reality here, because we actually have some confirmation about what's going on. Am I supposed to believe that Alex Stone can imitate Jim Carrey and give multiple close-up filmed interviews with the prosthetics on, dominant, irresponsible joke that's shared all over Facebook? It's funny how the dumbest people think they're the smartest. We all agree that this is not Jim Carrey. And again, you could clearly see that something's gone down. I don't know. There are actually people that believe there's a guy pretending to be Jim Carrey using a latex mask. We're cooked. Very concerning how dumb y'all are. Okay, let's go. Conspiracy theories have swirled that Jim Carrey's appearance at the Cesar Award. Organizers of the French honors say the rumors are a non-issue. Jim Carrey's visit has been planned since the summer. The general delegate said from the outset he was extremely touched by the Academy's invitation. 8 months ongoing constructive discussion. He worked on his speech in French for months. He bragged about giving his speech in French. Jim Carrey accepted the Cesar Award himself. Neither a clone nor a drag artist, Alex Stone, impersonated him. No, it wasn't Jim Carrey. It wasn't a Jim Carrey clone in Paris. Cesar Awards say Jim Carrey worked on his speech for months. The visit had been planned since the summer, shutting down conspiracy theories. So the only person who could really affirmatively speak out on this would be Jim Carrey. His agent has spoken to the Daily Mail, saying that Jim Carrey was absolutely there in person. After pictures of the 64-year-old actor accepting an honor has the internet abuzz, saying that it was not him. His representative emphatically telling the Daily Mail the actor did attend the show in person. More details have emerged. The people who planned the event saying that he was absolutely there for the historic moment and it's a non-issue. There you go. I mean, come on. You can see what people are talking about here, right? Anyway, goes through sort of detailing the mask artist, right? Him using it, the online commentary. I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real. Blow me away. Is this legit? Is this a distraction? You're lying. And then jumps into like kind of what people look like when they have had too much plastic surgery, right? It's a cat lady. Puffy, rubberized face because, well, you injected too much stuff into your face. And it ends up looking strange, right? So there you go. In April 2022, while promoting Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Jim shocked reporters by admitting he's probably stepping away from acting. I'm retiring. Yeah, probably. I'm being fairly serious, he said. The angels bring some sort of script that's written in golden ink. He said he's going to embrace a quieter life. I really like my quiet life. I really like putting paint on canvas. I love my spiritual life, he says. I feel like this is something you might never hear another celebrity say. I've had enough. I've done enough. I am enough. Wow. There you go. That's beautiful. Thing to say. If it was actually Jim Carrey saying. We'll see. Just fun. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Benny. It's my real face. It's my real face. I promise.